What's going on, everyone? Jeremy here from The Quartering. I hope you're having an absolutely wonderful day. I know I am after we got perhaps the most hilarious update conceivable in the Deadspin going after a young football fan story. If you remember yesterday, a man named Karen purposely took a picture of a young football fan who had painted his face both red and black, the colors of that team that he is a fan of, the Kansas City Chiefs, and printed a smear piece in Deadspin calling this child not only racist, but a cultural appropriator. At some point, he has not apologized, and now the mom has spoken out, and you're never going to believe it. The kid is actually Native American. First of all, I don't care if he wasn't. I don't care that he wasn't. If he was wearing the headdress because of the Chiefs team and all this kind of stuff, he obviously didn't mean anything by it. But the fact that the kid is not only Native American and he was supported by the players, and the mom just came out and absolutely eviscerated this clown is why this is the #1 story for today. And we're going to get into that after a super quick word from this video sponsor, Sheath. Huge shout out to this video sponsor, Sheath. Look, fellas, particularly, I know it can be a little bit weird to be thinking about changing out your underwear, something you've been wearing basically the same thing for as long as you can remember. But allow me to give you a couple of reasons why, and plus ladies, Sheath also has a lot for you as well. Look, fellas, first of all, the boxers are designed to keep your balls off your legs. Sheath has 2 individual compartments to keep everything down there, separate and comfortable. Traditional boxer briefs are barbaric, invented during the Neanderthal era. Sheath has a modern ergonomic design intended to prevent skin-on-skin contact for long durations, which can build heat, sweat, and smell, fellas. There's an inverted kangaroo pouch for your joey to keep you from sticking to your thigh. You'll chafe and readjust less because everything is cool and in a separate compartment. They were invented by a U.S. Army soldier who came up with the idea for Sheath during his second tour in Iraq, where it was hot as heck and his boys needed to breathe. He invented these underwear to keep your boys cool and comfortable. He's basically a hero. And again, I know it's a weird thing to think about changing, but I'm telling you, once you try Sheath's products, men and women, there's a wide variety of sizes available. I think you're really gonna love them. So click the link below and use code TheQuartering at checkout, or go to sheathunderwear.com/TheQuartering for 20% off. And hey, you'd be doing your balls a huge favor. Now, the mom of the young Kansas City Chiefs fan hits back at Deadspin reporters' claim that he was wearing blackface and says her son is Native American. A sports reporter who accused a young Chiefs fan of racism against both black people and Native Americans has now learned that not only was the child not wearing blackface, which he wasn't, but he is a Chumash Indian to boot. Deadspin reporter Karen Phillips accused Holden Armenta of mocking black people after seeing a picture in a profile in which he did not show half of his face was also painted in red, the color of his beloved football team. Phillips also slammed Holden's Native American headdress and his, quote, tomahawk chop, gesturing, claiming the little boy had found a way to both hate black people and Native Americans at the same time. Again, fun reminder, he is in fact Native American. This evening, it emerged that the youngster is in fact Native American, with his grandfather serving in the Santa Ynez Band of Chumash Indians, and that the team's multi-ethnic squad had enthusiastically joined in Holden's Indian chopping gesture. Just stop already. The boy's mom, Shannon Armenta, wrote on Facebook, he is Native American. And if you look, like, here's the kid doing it, right? And here's the players. Watch. And here's, oh, whoops. And here's a bunch of kids, the players are doing it and joining in. So the players weren't offended, who are also black. So you think his blackface would have offended them. Indians couldn't possibly have been offended because the boy is Indian. The lawsuit that is going to be spawned here, I hope, is absolutely necessary and is going to set a standard. Phillips' remarks has caused a storm of debate when he plucked the picture out of Holden among 65,000 strong crowd at Raiders Allegiant Stadium on Sunday. It takes a lot to disrespect two groups of people at once, he wrote in a blog on the sports website. This is what happens when you ban books, stand against critical race theory, and try to erase centuries of hate, he wrote in his blog on a sports website. You give future generations the ammunition they need to evolve and recreate racism better than ever. Other websites picked up on the story, some slamming the broadcaster CBS for zooming in on Holden's outfit. Everyone is making a massive deal out of this and only trying to show one side of his face to push the narrative, protested real Kansas City Chiefs fans on Facebook. Deadline found itself corrected by content curators on the social media platform X when it tweeted the story. The kid is not wearing blackface, they wrote. The Deadspin article is purposely deceiving, as several fans in attendance noted the other of his half of his face is painted red. The owner of X, Elon Musk, even weighed in on the controversy, congratulating his team for spotting the error. Another community notes when exposing deception. I will say this. I think the people most upset about community notes is the mainstream media, because they can no longer just see it was a win-win for them to publish like rage bait and BS, because they were going to get the reach, they were going to get the interaction, people were going to click on it and read their articles anyway, even if they knew it was bad. Now it's getting community noted, so not only are they not getting the reach, they're not getting the clicks. Within hours, other pictures of the boy emerged showing his face painted in the full red and black team colors, but the Pulitzer-nominated reporter was unabashed. For the idiots in my mentions who are treating this as some harmless act because the other side of his face was painted red, I can make the argument that makes it worse. We talked about that, yesterday. Native American headdress has been banned at the team's Arrowhead Stadium since 2020, and there is pressure on them to also ban the chopping motion, said to resemble a tomahawk blow, with the fans showing their appreciation. The NFL has outlawed the chop at Chiefs games and has been more aggressive in changing the teams. If the NFL had outlawed the chop at Chiefs games or been more aggressive in changing the team name, we wouldn't be here, Karen Phillips said. I mean, what? It's already the no fun league, right? I mean, it's already, while it isn't the league's responsibility to stop racism and hate from being taught in the home, so now you insinuate their parents are racist, this has nothing to do with the NFL, Shannon wrote on Facebook. Also, CBS showed him multiple times, and this is the photo people chose to blast to create division. Daily Mail has reached out to the former New York Daily News reporter for his response to the revelation. Well, when you look, he hasn't been seeing it. He has not corrected it. Sage Steele, yes, Karen Phillips is indeed an unapologetic racist, encouraged by his bosses at Deadspin, who are quite obviously not that bright. And you see, learn to code. Keep tweeting it, though, Karen. You attack not only the child, but a Native American, too. Delete your account. Didn't you go after a 5-year-old? Quit trying to play the victim. I mean, he's getting absolutely crushed. Your career is over. A small man attacks a child. The internet is forever. I mean, I love this. I'd like to introduce you to this little fella's grandpa, Raul Armenta, business community member, Santa Ynez Band of Chumash Indians. I'm sorry if I'm mispronouncing that. First of all, it was bad enough. It was bad enough when it was just this kid, Young Kansas City Chiefs fan is accused of racist blackface by reporter, even though the other half of his face was painted red to match the team colors. It's been 1 day since Karen has gone after a child. Everything in these replies. He's going to get sued. Now, from what I'm told, he has now deleted the tweets. He has deleted the tweets, but he has not apologized in any way, shape, or form. Now, I suspect there's some sort of lawyer or legal reason why he hasn't apologized, because it would be admitting guilt. And he's here even 2 hours ago. Hey, Karen J. Phillips, Deadspin. When you're done writing this kid a big fat check, could you make up something about me? I'll use a defamation suit to fund my next movie. Absolutely he has been coping. 100 likes. Who are these 100 people liking it? Nobody knows. This was 2 hours ago and already has 1,500 comments. You're a hack picking on a kid. Yo, my man, catch this ratio. He has 1.8 million followers and you have like 10K. Nobody knew who you were until you went after a Native American child. I mean, this is one of the best. This guy can't help himself. And by the way, he's a sports reporter, I guess. And he's also blocking anybody who's crushing him. So, yeah, I'm absolutely happy to see this guy get fired. I'd be more happy if the parents put a $100 million defamation suit on Deadspin, because I think what you have is clear intent. There is clear intent by Deadspin to frame this kid, that because they took that picture, they can't tell me that picture just happened to be the only one. That's not how this works. They picked a picture like that on purpose to make the kid to fit their story. They didn't cover news, they created it. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure you leave a like on it. If you haven't yet, please do subscribe down below. We'll talk to you again real soon.